Thomas Jefferson, April 13, 1743 – July 4, 1826, used to be a main founding father of the United States, the creator of the Declaration of Independence, 1776, and he served as the one-third president of the U.S., 1801 to 1809. Jefferson was once a dedicated Republican, arguing passionately for liberty, democracy and devolved power. Jefferson additionally wrote the Statute for religious freedom in 1777. It used to be adopted via the country of Virginia in 1786. Jefferson used to be, additionally, referred to polymath, with wide-ranging pastimes from structure to gardening, philosophy, literature and education. Although a slave proprietor himself, Jefferson sought to introduce a consignment, 1800, to stop slavery in all Western territories. As president, he signed an invoice to ban the importation of slaves into the U.S., 1807. Jefferson's childhood. Jefferson used to be born to a materially affluent household in Shadwell, Goochland County, Virginia. His father, Peter Jefferson, used to be a land and slave proprietor in Virginia. When his father later died in 1745, Jefferson inherited 5,000 acres, such as Monticello. Jefferson as a younger child. Thomas Jefferson was once an enthusiastic scholar, frequently spending up to 15 hours a day studying. He used to maintain a lifelong activity in reading. He had each an eager mind and, additionally, a broad variety of interests. His pastimes ranged from philosophy and structure to the herbal sciences. At the age of 16, he entered the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, and 2 years later he graduated with the best honors. After leaving college, he grew to be a legal professional and then served in the Virginia House of Burgesses. One of his earliest political writings of importance used to be a summary view of the rights of British America, 1774. This expressed a considerate overview of a way America should make an agreement with Britain. It performed a necessary position in shaping opinions in the lead-up to the War of Independence. Still much less let it be proposed that our houses inside our very own territories shall be taxed or regulated by means of any electricity on earth, however our own. The God who gave us existence gave us liberty at the equal time. The hand of pressure might also destroy, however can't disjoin them. This, sire, is our last, our decided resolution. Thomas Jefferson. A summary view of the rights of British America, 1774. Wikisource, Thomas Jefferson and the Declaration of Independence, 1776. Thomas Jefferson was once the most important writer in drafting the American Declaration of Independence. The act used to be adopted on July 4, 1776, and used to be a symbolic announcement of the pursuits of the American Revolution. We maintain these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by means of their Creator with positive unalienable rights, that amongst these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thomas Jefferson, Declaration of Independence, July 4, 1776. Jefferson obtained hints from others such as James Madison. He used to be additionally influenced through the writings of the British empiricists, in particular, John Locke and Thomas Paine. The significance of the Declaration of Independence used to be summed up in the Gettysburg Tackle of Abraham Lincoln in 1863. 4 rating and 7 years in the past our fathers added forth on this continent, a new nation, conceived in liberty, and devoted to the proposition that all guys are created equal. However, Jefferson used to be disillusioned that a reference to the evil of slavery used to be eliminated at the request of delegates from the South. From 1785 to 1789, Jefferson served as minister to France, succeeding Benjamin Franklin. In France, Jefferson grew to become immersed in Paris society. He used to be a stated host and got here into contact with many of the notable thinkers of the age. Jefferson additionally noticed the social and political turmoil, which resulted in the French Revolution. On the 26th of August 1789, the French Assembly posted the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, which used to be without delay influenced by using Jefferson's U.S. Declaration of Independence. On his return to America, Jefferson served beneath George Washington as first Secretary of State. Here he commenced debating with the Hamilton factions over the dimension of authorities' spending. Jefferson used to be and suggest of minimal government. At the give-up of his time period 1783, he retired quickly to Monticello, the place he spent time amongst his gardens and with his family. Jefferson, President in 1800 and 1796. Jefferson stood for president, however misplaced narrowly to John Adams. However, underneath the phrases of the Constitution, this was once adequate for him to end up vice president. In the run-up to the subsequent election of 1800, Jefferson fought a bitter campaign. In particular, the Alien and Sedition Act of 1798 led to the imprisonment of many newspaper editors who supported Jefferson and have been essential of the current government. However, Jefferson was once narrowly elected and this allowed him to promote open and consultant government. On being elected, he provided a hand of friendship to his former political enemies. He additionally allowed the Sedition Act to expire and promoted the sensible existence of free speech. The presidency of Jefferson used to be eventful. However, importantly, he was once capable to preside over a duration of relative steadiness and usually saved America out of conflict. I love peace, and am anxious that we must provide the world nevertheless some other beneficial lesson, by way of displaying to them different modes of punishing accidents than via war, which is as a whole lot of punishment to the punisher as to the sufferer. At the time, American neutrality was once imperiled by way of the British-French wars, which raged round Canada. In 1803, Jefferson was once in a position to double the dimension of the U.S., via the Louisiana Purchase, which gave America many states to the west. He additionally commissioned the Lewis and Clark expedition, which crossed America looking for to discover and create friendships with the Native American populations. Jefferson's retirement in Monticello in 1808. Jefferson was once capable to retire from politics. In retirement, he spent a good deal of his time in his loved Monticello and additionally working on the basis of the University of Virginia. Jefferson was once a man of sizable skills and interests. He was once interested by using each the sciences and a range of arts. He used to be additionally involved in structure and was once instrumental in bringing the Neo-Palladian fashion into America from Britain. At the time, this architectural fashion used to be related with republicanism and civic virtue. Thomas Jefferson's personal life. Thomas Jefferson married Martha Wales Skelton in 1772. Together they had 6 children, inclusive of one stillborn son. Martha Jefferson Randolph, 1772 to 1836. Jane Randolph, 1774 to 1775. A stillborn or unnamed son, 1777. Mary Wales, 1778 to 1804. Lucy Elizabeth, 1780 to 1781. And Lucy Elizabeth, 1782 to 1785. Martha died solely 10 years later. Thomas Jefferson remained single for the relaxation of his life. It was once alleged that Jefferson fathered some of Sally Hemings' daughters. Jefferson by no means denied it. In public, however, he did deny it non-public correspondence. There has by no means been any conclusive proof that this occurred. Personal qualities: Jefferson was once over 6 feet 2. This was once very tall for his age. He didn't appreciate public speaking. He favored to categorical his opinions via his writings. His buddies and household remarked on Jefferson's many great qualities. He used to be sympathetic and attractive in conversation. Never bored, he continually observed distinct avenues of hobby to explore. Thomas Jefferson left a profound mark on America via his influential shaping of the American charter and political practices. Jefferson died at the age of 84 on the afternoon of July 4th. It was once the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. A few hours later on the equal day, his longtime buddy and fellow founding father John Adams additionally exceeded away. On his tombstone, Jefferson had inscribed,